Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, it's OG Stevie Stroh, and we're back, and I want to continue chapter 21, hopefully finish chapter 21. And because I've recorded this over a period of time, I've kind of lost track on some of the things we've done, and I think the chapter kind of loses continuity in what it assumes your program is as well. I've seen this happen more than once in the book where you start off with this program and then it says, okay, we'll start over and do this. And then it's like, well, hey, do you still have this other program? And we're like, no, because you told me to change it. So I think there's definitely some lack of cohesion here, and I'm definitely raising a hand of guilt here too, because I get sidetracked very easily. I come up with all these little random ideas. So what I thought I'd do is I'm going to go back just a little bit. This is still chapter 21. I'm on page 119, and I'm looking at one of the last programs we did before I did the do-it-yourself project. And in this program here, what we are looking at is, let me switch the screen here for just a second. So what we're looking at here is this program right here that has you go to P mode 3, PCLS. It draws color 6, moves blank to position 128, 96, which is the center, goes up 25, right 25, down 25, left 25, and then loops back to itself. And what you see is this program here where it starts in the middle. This is the, well, I guess this is the middle here then technically, so then it goes up 25, right 25, down 25, left 25. So that's kind of what it did, and that's on page 119. And then we got into talking about the angle command, and so it's telling us that we can change the angle by going to 0, which is 0 degrees, 1 is 90 degrees, 2 is 180 degrees, and 3 is 270 degrees. So it's kind of the the hands of the clock. So it says to illustrate this, change the program. Now before I change the program, I want to make sure I save the program. I did save this program as draw box, right? So yeah, and I did one called scales, draw box, whatever. I'm losing track here. So DIY 21-2, that was probably the previous program. I don't remember what I did. So yes, now it's saying take line 30 and say draw angle 0, BM 128, 96, and then up 25. So at angle 0, that should start in the center and just go up 25 degrees, 25 pixels. Okay, so we did that, and we basically said go to angle 0, go to dead center, go up 25. Now it says change that to A1, which is going to rotate this 90 degrees. So instead of it going up, it's probably going to go to the right. So if I edit line 30 and I change this to angle 1 and I run it, boom, yeah, now it's going to the right. So I've just changed the angle from 0 to 1, and it's going to the right now. So now it's also saying just shooting blanks. And so now we are going to learn a new statement here. And so now it's saying if you want the next line to be a blank or invisible line, use the B option. So it says, for example, let's say you're drawing letters of the alphabet and are ready for the letter C, which is nothing but a square with the right side blank. So it says change line 30 so your program generates such a figure. So if I go to line 30, I'm going to say draw BM 128, 96. That is the dead center. We're going to go up 25. We're going to go right 25, semicolon B, down 25, left 25. Let's see what that looks like. That looks like the letter C. So let me translate this text here. So right here we say move to dead center. Then we say go up. I get that. Then we say go right. 25. And then we're just saying B and then down 25. So B, prefacing this by B, says going down 25 blankly. I would have just done BM too, but I guess that's fine. So we're saying B down 25, there's a blank down. Okay, that's just shooting blank. So that's blank. Okay, yeah, because BM moves to a position. So B just says Could we have done, how did I do it before? Did I do blank right? I don't remember. So B and then down is blank. I think I did that with the last do-it-yourself demo anyway. So yeah, B and then down, so it's blank down and then left. So we basically put a B in front of the down, and so that became a blank down. Okay, I got that. Now, do-it-yourself program 21-3. Print your name using the draw program. Okay. That was actually before that. You want more options? Okay. Now there is a draw option, which is N for no update. N tells the computer to return to its original or current position after it draws the next line. To see how the N statement works, change line 30 to read this. Okay. So right now, this is what line 30 says. Right now, line 30 is going to dead center, it's going up 25, it's going right 25, it's going blank down 25, and it's going left 25. Okay, so now it says change line 30 to do this. So we're going to say draw M 128, 96. So we're not even saying B, but M means move here, but that's the starting position anyways. Now, that's basically saying move to 128, 96. Now, N means return. N means no update, so it means goes back to where you returned from. So I'm basically saying draw to this position, then do nothing. Then I'm going to say go up after the do, then return, not nothing, but then return to center. Okay, then I'm going to say go up 25, and then boom, return to center. Now I'm saying going right 25. Boom, and return to center. Now I'm saying going back at center. Now saying going down 25 and return to center, and back at center. Now saying going left 25. So semicolon doesn't matter. So this is moving us to the center, and then it is then doing a return to center, which is right where we were. This is going up 25. This says return to center. This says go right 25. This says return to center. This says go down 25. This says return to center, and then this says go left 25. So let's see what this looks like. We just drew a cross. So we said go to center, go up 25, N says return to center. Go right 25, N says return to center. Go down 25, N says return to center. Go left 25, N says return to center. So that might be something interesting when I finally get to the point of coming up with the draw statements to create my alphabet. I might want to incorporate that. So N basically says wherever you started from, as far off as you went. If you say N, we're going to go back to that starting point. So that is an interesting way to get things, instead of having to, like, draw 25 to the right and then move blank 25 back, you can just say boom, N. One character says boom, go right back to where you started from. So you save space. So that's kind of cool. Now this next do-it-yourself program I'm probably going to skip, because this one says use the draw and the N option and circle to have your computer draw a pie that has 8 pieces. Once you've done that, cut out a piece of the pie and pull it over to one side. Now that seems very confusing to me. I can see how we could draw the circle and then draw the center and then draw the slices. Now, I can see that. But once we've done that, cut out a piece of the pie and move it over to one side. Now that I am not understanding how to do unless we were to draw a complete new situation with a kind of a curved circle and stuff, and I don't know. That's just too much for me to think about right now, so we're going to skip that one. But let's move on and let's learn more about the draw command. Now we're going to learn about string constant versus a string variable. So as stated earlier, the string following the draw command can either be a constant, as in the previous examples where we said move exactly right 25, or it could be a variable. So to use a string variable, precede the draw statement with a program line that identifies the variable as a string. Then substitute the string for the quoted material in draw. For example, add line 25 and change line 30 as follows. Okay, so I think I've illustrated some of this in my DIY, but we'll say line 25, A string equals BM 128, comma 96, color 8, up 25, right 25, down 25, left 25, that's setting the string. And then line 30 says draw a string. Yes. So that's my box. Okay, I get that. Run the program. The computer displays an orange box that's 25 by 25, the lower left corner of which is the center of the screen. Extended Color Basic offers a variation on this called the execute X action, which while you execute a draw routine, the execute action lets you execute another draw string and then return and complete the first operation. To do this, leave 25 as it is that defines A strings, then change line 30 then change line 30. So the two lines should read this. So what are we doing here? So line 25 is the command to draw in the center position a 25 pixel box. But now line 30, instead of saying draw A strings, line 30 is going to say draw BM 95, 50. And that's going to put things roughly around here-ish. That's around 95, 50 if I had to guess. You know, somewhere around there. We're going to go to that position. And from that position, we're going to go up 25. So it sounds like we're starting to make a box. We're going to go right 25. Okay, so that's going up and that's going to the right. Now we're going to pause. Now we're going to say X A string. That's going to execute that string. That's going to go to the middle and draw another box. And now when I say down 25, left 25, I'm thinking that's going to put a backwards letter L underneath the box that we just made. Let's see what that looks like. Yes, it just did. So we started off drawing this part here. Then in the middle of that, we executed the box that went up, right, down, left. Then we said go down and go over. So the bottom of this box here picked up where this box ended, because the draw will continue drawing from the last place you ended, where the cursor position is on the screen. So we've kind of drawn kind of a disjointed box here. That's pretty cool, right? So now we're executing a string in the middle of the screen. So run the program. The computer starts drawing at 95, 50. A line is executed up 25 and then right 25. And then we execute A strings. It draws a 25 by 25 square in the center of the screen. And then we return to the original string and we complete the execution by going down and left, right where we left off. What is our do-it-yourself programs? Do-it-yourself program 21-3 shows that you can simulate text letters on the graphic screen by drawing the letters. Use draw to create 26 letters of the alphabet, store the draw commands and strings, and then use the execute X action to arrange the letters into words. Ooh, so that's kind of one of the things that I was thinking about doing anyways. So do-it-yourself program 21-6. Do you still have your house? If so, load the program again and use draw to make a front door open and close. Interesting. So we'll probably do some DIY, more DIY lessons with draw. So DIY lesson 21-5 says, show that you can simulate text letters on the graphic screen by drawing the letters. Use draw to create all 26 letters of the alphabet, store the draw commands in strings, and then use the execute X string to arrange the letters into words. Very cool idea. I was actually even thinking about not only using draw to enhance the house, but I was thinking about redoing the entire house with the draw commands, because the problem with that house and doing it with the line statements is that you have to try and kind of mentally figure out where all your X and Y coordinates are to complete the boxes. With draw, you could just start somewhere and say, all right, I want to go over 100, I want to go down 50, I want to go left 100, I want to go over, you know, and then it's kind of easier mentally to to figure out where things are going with the draw command. So maybe I'll do both of these DIY projects here. I'll probably do one to do the alphabet, which I was already thinking about, and I think I'll do another one where I'm just going to redo the whole house. And if I redo it, in my mind, I can track better where all my coordinates are on the screen. I'm going to draw the house. I'm going to draw the triangle roof. We can draw the doors. We can draw windows. We can still do the sun, and we can still paint things in. But I can even get as fancy as drawing the garage that they wanted to draw. All kinds of stuff like that. So draw is fun. I like draw because it is a very cool command that you can get really good outlines. It's a really great way to draw kind of like a wireframe outline of anything, and then you can combine other things like paint, where you can paint in your drawing. You can combine things like P-set to add pixels to your drawing. You can do things like circles, and you can kind of incorporate and overlay things that you've drawn with pixels, with lines, with circles, and all kinds of stuff. So you can really layer these things to create cool stuff on the screen. And hopefully what we're going to get to in chapter 22, just to give you a teaser, but chapter 22 is all about get and put. So the cool thing about get and put is that once you've drawn something on the screen, you can kind of like capture it and then store it in memory and then move it around. And this is how you can create movement and animation. And this is kind of the building blocks of making really good arcade style video games, or any type of video game, is putting a graphic picture of something on the screen and then being able to move that picture around on the screen. And there's some really cool effects you can do with get and put, and combining that with different pages and different graphics pages, and how we can do the pcopy command and changing viewable pages and stuff like that, and really do some cool effects where we can take a foreground character against a background, move it in front of the background, and have it where it does not destroy or erase that background. And that requires a little bit of trickery and a little bit of masking and getting things behind what you're doing and putting back the background and flipping pages so you don't see all that stuff happening. And so what they end up seeing on the surface is a very non-flickery, smooth illusion of like a sprite foreground object moving across the background and not erasing that background. So there's lots of cool things, and these are all the building blocks that we're going to use to create better graphics, better animations. And we're getting closer to starting the video game that I want to start, that I've been wanting to start now for a year and a half now. So I really want to get this project going. So I really did enjoy chapter 22, or finishing chapter 21, I should say, which is the draw command. Hopefully you've learned from the draw command. There's a lot to do with it. Not only can you do things like string variables like they mentioned, but you can also then take numeric variables that are either things that you randomize or things that you somehow increment, and then convert those numeric variables into strings, and then draw things out based on other variables that you manipulate with your program as well. So for example, the X and Y coordinates we could do as numeric variables, convert them into string variables and draw them. The colors we can then do numerically, convert to strings and draw as colors. The scales, the rotations. So a lot of the things that we can do inside the strings, we can manipulate those values as other variables, can convert and combine them into a single string, and then have it draw that out. And so there's a lot of cool things you can do by combining variables and converting numeric to strings and stuff like that, and have some really cool fun stuff doing with drawing. So I think the next projects I'm going to do are going to be the two DIY projects, which are create the alphabet and then redo your house. And then I think I'm also going to take what I've learned with drawing and maybe even combine the alphabet part of drawing to add stuff to my graphics demo, where I can even like draw graphically graphics demo on the screen. So as I'm drawing circles and as I'm drawing things, I can also draw text on there. So every now and then I'll have graphics demo right on there. Maybe I'll have random letters of random sizes come up on my graphics demo too. So as we learn new commands, we will add on to them. So this was fun. We finished chapter 21. Chapter 21 was a lot of things to cover. A lot of things to absorb, but the draw command is very powerful, very useful thing for getting really good detailed images on your screen, which is only the first of many steps when it comes to doing graphics, doing animation, and making video games. So anyways, I've enjoyed doing chapter 21. I now need to put my thinking cap on how to do the alphabet and a few other things, because that whole routine to create the alphabet is going to really help out future programs too. We can now start to title anything we do graphically. We can go back to our house and put, this is my house, this is my garage, this is the sun, this is the moon, this is the grass. We can do all kinds of stuff. So the options and the potential is only limited to our imagination for the most part. So very, very, very cool stuff. Chapter 21 is in the can, it's in the bag, it's out the door. This is Programming in Basic on your color computer. I am Stevie Stroh, the original gamer. I hope you're enjoying this series. I'm enjoying this. I cannot wait to start making some stinking games, man. I am on a mission. I am motivated. I want to do something in Basic. I want to move on to assembly. I want to make a game. I want to make a cartridge that we'll have available at CoCo Fest. That's my plan, and I want to make it happen. So we'll see you on the next video. Keep on coding, keep on programming it. CoCo forever. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, give it a like, throw out a comment. Let me know what you want to hear. Share with your friends. Do whatever it is that you got to do. It's all good. We'll see y'all later, people. Peace out. Bye-bye now.